Hey everybody, welcome to the cottage. How are you guys doing? Happy Saturday or whatever day it is you are watching this reading. Hello. Brand new topic for our all signs today. We are looking at this person and their real purpose in your life. So we're going to get deep and figure things out. We're going to read in zodiac order, Aries all the way through Pisces. Timestamps will be linked below this video after the live is over. And we do recommend that you check all of your major zodiac signs, especially your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising, which is also known as your ascendant, and your Venus sign. Some people check nodes and stelliums. Feel free to see what resonates. Hello, everyone. How you guys doing? Welcome. If you have stumbled upon us for the first time, I don't believe in coincidences. I think you found us for a reason. So go ahead and subscribe, and that way you will know when we go live in the future and you can interact with us in real time. Hello. We are going to get started with Team Aries. Let's get started. Let's go. Anybody with a fiery Aries placement in their chart? Team Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get the backstory on your situation between you and a person to first see the backstory. Let's get the backstory so I can have just a little bit of basis for where we're going with this reading. Let's get the backstory. Team Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What was the purpose between you and this person? This whole connection and the purpose. Let's see what we can find out. Let's see what the backstory is. So the Five of Pentacles is in the reverse, Temperance in the reverse, and the Four of Wands in reverse. So it seems for some of you Aries, this thing has been an off again, on again thing. Okay, I do feel like that. The first card out is a comeback around card, reconciliation. For some of you, you have broken up and gotten back with this person, or kind of split ways, got back. Temperance in the reverse, and then kind of fizzled out here with the Four of Wands in reverse. You may have moved in with this person and moved out, even may have even married and divorced and reconnected, something of that nature. Okay, but some off again, on again vibes here. And then just kind of feeling like you may have felt like this situation was hopeless in many ways. At times you may have had that. All right, let's take a look. Here we go. Give me just a second, y'all. Give me just 1 second. Okay, here we go. All right, I want to know a little bit more about this on again, off again. Why were you guys on again, off again? That's going to help me a little bit too. All right, why were you guys on again, off again? I think I know with that Temperance in the reverse, Four of Wands in reverse. I kind of feel that way. Some of you, some of you guys literally may have talked marriage with this person or married them. Okay, you may have. You absolutely may have. Four of Cups in reverse, okay. And then Two of Swords, again, reaching that place. It's like part of you, Aries, you or this person, or maybe both of you with that Four of Cups in reverse. It's kind of like, you didn't want to be down the road thinking, God, I blew it with my person. And what if? I don't want to be 5, 10, 15 years down the road from now regretting that we didn't try this one more time. And yet you just keep hitting this blockage, right? You just keep hitting this blockage where you lose hope and you're like, no, this is not going to work out. And then I keep getting this on again, off again thing where, you revisit this. Okay. And, think, well, maybe if we try this, or if we just try one more time kind of thing, and then boom, not really. And I think, this, what I really feel like, Team Aries, with this Two of Swords here, I think a lot of you may have missed the big picture in this thing, and maybe your person did too. All right. Some of you, there may have been communication issues. But it's kind of like what I feel like with the Temperance card here in the reverse, that can speak to a lack of peace between you two. It can also speak about some unhealed wounds, okay? And perhaps there were some unhealed wounds within both of you guys that drew you to each other, that you guys were supposed to see from this. And maybe one or both of you are still struggling to realize that that's the whole purpose of this connection, or at least part of the purpose. We're not through digging, was to reveal some things within you, to trigger each other so that things would surface Okay, unhealed wounds from past connections, or trauma, even sometimes childhood trauma, right? Um, and almost like for some of you with that Four of Cups in reverse, kind of like a fear of missing out, fear of loneliness, fear of never being able to manifest something else like this again. But yet and still, not, I don't think it was the on again, off again thing that you wanted to manifest, or, you felt like you never have again. But it's like when things were good, they were so, so good. But, when we revisit that, the off again part, the part that, causes you to lose hope, the stability issue between you two remanifest as well. And yet you kept kind of revisiting that and reliving it for some of you. Okay. I do feel that way. Let's see if we can get a little bit more for you. And I definitely, yeah. Okay. Another thing you were supposed to learn from this thing is boundaries. Okay. And maybe setting some ground rules within yourself of, even though there was a lot of things about this connection I liked, there were things I disliked, not the least of which the instability, right? The on again, off again, and setting boundaries for yourself that that's not what I want. And even though, I have a lot of lingering energy here with this person, I deserve something more stable than on again, off again. So a lot of this for you guys was to kind of level up and break some old patterns. Break some old patterns here too. There's a pattern here. There's a toxic pattern for you, and I think just kind of throwing in the towel on that pattern. Okay, and realizing fighting a losing battle is just that, fighting a losing battle. You cannot take an apple and turn it into, well, by the normal means, you cannot take an apple and turn it into an orange. Okay, a connection that is on again, off again is just going to generally stay that way. I've been reading tarot for a lot of people. I've done probably thousands of tarot readings. Okay, and I have never seen a connection that was on again, off again work out, ever. It just never stabilizes. And it's like, as much as you try, you can't force a square peg into a round hole. And I think it was you kind of realizing, or supposed to realize that. Okay, there was a lot you were supposed to realize and learn from this thing, and that sort of thing, and dealing with something that is exhausting. That's another thing. That's another reason this Nine of Wands is here, dealing with something that is if it's that exhausting, okay, and that stressful, it ain't for you permanently. And again, it's you setting boundaries of what you will and won't take. That's a big part of this, is you advocating for yourself, standing up for yourself, right? Not in a bitchy way, but, in a firm way and it's almost like a lot of times can I just say this? A lot of times it's we're getting in the mirror to yourself and saying, self, you're not going to take this anymore. And asking yourself, why am I keep going back to this thing whenever it's just on again, off again, and it never really, comes to pass. A lot of you, this was to trigger healing. Okay. A lot of you, this was to realize if you'll be more future oriented towards something new, okay, that the best days can be in front of you, right? That's what I'm picking up in this thing, Team Aries. Anything else here? Four of Pentacles in reverse, kind of realizing that this was just a bad gamble. This was just, Four of Pentacles in reverse, throwing good money after bad. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but it's like realizing if I keep investing in this, I'm just going to keep losing parts of myself. I'm going to be giving energy to something that is not, really viable, right? It's not a good use of my energy. Your energy is like a currency, right? And it's not a good use of my time. And again, setting boundaries with yourself of what you will and won't even give yourself to, or your energy, or your time, all of those things, right? So that's what I've got here, Team Aries. That's what I've got. Let's go to Taurus. How's everybody doing today? Hey, Tony Green and Jason, Infinite Faith. Good to see you guys. Hey, Pat, what's up? Melanie, how you guys doing? Welcome in, everybody. We're going to the Taurus gang, the Bull gang in the house. What's up, Taurians? How you guys doing? How's it going, everybody? Good to see you guys. Let me get a sip of water. Here we go. Hey, life good. Hey, just observing. What's up? Let's go to Taurus. Here we go, Team Taurus. Let's go. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The real purpose of your connection. We're going to first get a backstory that will help me in this reading. Okay, Team Taurus, here we go. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is up, Team Taurus? Let's see what we can find out, Bull Gang. Let's get a backstory. One more shuffle. Okay, here we go. Don't forget to drop a like, folks. And if you would like clarity on your situation, it's a perfect time. We're running a flash sale, 25% off of personal readings, right? Here we go. Team Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Emperor card is here. 5 of Cups. And the 2 of Cups. Very interesting here. You know, I think Taurus, in this connection, I think in many ways you may have felt like there was a strong soulmate type connection. You were probably right. Okay. You were probably right. And you know, the 5 of Cups is here. That's a card of tears and disappointment. Okay. So I think for a lot of you Taurians, you know, there's been some good times, no doubt, that you have been in love with this person, may still be. You may feel like they loved you, may feel like they still do. Some of you may feel like there's so much potential here for this person to be a life partner. Okay. But at the same time, disappointments. Let's dig into that 5 of Cups and see what that's about. Okay. You may have actually cried. And I will say this about Taurians. If you cried, it was probably privately. Taurians are they very much internalize those emotions sometimes. It's difficult for Taurus to open up sometimes. Okay. And I have a Taurus daughter, so I'm speaking from that standpoint. Ooh, my cards are really talking to me today, Taurus. Hold on just a second. I got to shuffle again. 5 of Cups in here. Why are you here? What are these disappointments about? What have these disappointments been? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What about the disappointments? Tell me what you can tell me. Gosh, my nose has been itching all day. 5 of Cups. Why are you here? Lovers in reverse. Oh, wow. So, you know, there's definitely been friction between you two. You may have felt like at times you guys weren't on the same page. You may have even argued. Okay. Sometimes with that Lovers card in the reverse like that can be bickering. Yeah, 5 of Wands in reverse, drama, bickering. Okay, conflict. Maybe it's internal even. And I almost feel like, Taurus, that for some of you, the drama, you were over it from a drama standpoint, from a conflict standpoint. You got tired of it. I almost feel like Taurus with the 5 of Wands in reverse, Lovers in reverse, 5 of Cups. I feel like some of you kept your mouth shut just to keep the peace. Just to keep the peace. And I'm already seeing a part of the reason for this connection was for you to learn that's not keeping the peace. Oh, your person may have been happy if you didn't speak up for yourself. All right. Your person may have, but you weren't at peace, were you? No. Disappointment, tears, private. You kept it under wraps, didn't you, Taurus? You may have repressed it even. Just to keep the peace. Okay. And why is that important? That just to keep the peace? Why is that so not healthy? Because when you don't speak your truth, advocate for yourself, stand up for yourself in a healthy way, that is a form of people pleasing, codependency. Okay. And you're, that walking on eggshells sometimes, right? This is to teach you that that's not healthy and that's not good for you. Okay. And so, for your own peace of mind, okay, you absolutely must, for your own health, sometimes do one of 2 things. Speak your piece, speak up for yourself, advocate for yourself, or just fly the coop, right? One or the other. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you for the super chat. All right. And so you sometimes have to speak a truth, even if it's a painful truth. Okay. Honesty is the best policy. Okay. A lot of people like beautiful lies. Few people like the painful truth, but the fact of the matter is The truth is where freedom lies. The truth is where freedom lies. All right. That's how you overcome things. All right. I feel like, Taurus, that was a lot. That has been a lot of this things that you're supposed to learn from this person. We're going to see if this is a more permanent connection or if it's a, if it's a learning connection. But I definitely feel like that is part of what you are. Yeah. See, and I'm getting this holding your tongue is not a good thing. And then the hangman in reverse. For some of you Taurians, let me explain. A lot of times when we hold our tongue to keep the peace, what will happen is we'll repress those emotions, whether it's anger, sadness, whatever, okay, whatever that emotion is, that if you feel like you express it, it will not be well received and will be met with conflict, okay? Then that's going to build up within you and you're going to blow just like a freaking volcano, all right? Hangman in reverse, very spontaneously, okay? Almost like boom, all right? And you'll just let loose, okay? Instead of speaking before it gets to that point, okay? And talking about it. And again, Taurians struggle sometimes to open up, all right? And I do feel as though, give me just a minute. All right. I do feel as though a lot of you were meant to really overcome that obstacle of learning to speak up before you blow up, right? Because blowing up is not going to, but if we repress and then we get to a place where we then blow up rather than speaking our mind to begin with, okay, that's not helpful. That is going to create more drama, right? If that makes sense. All right. So I'm going to see if I can see anything else, but I'm already seeing a lot of things that we're here to learn for sure. I'm going to see if there's a future here between you or if this was just more like a lot of lessons, a lot of things that we're supposed to learn. Let's see what we can find out here. Okay, so what I get is this. I feel like there will be some clearing of the air between you two, some apologies possibly. I'm not sure that you guys will actually set roots with one another. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you, Britt Girl. Love you to pieces. But I don't, because I have a Page of Cups and then I've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Wands. I think this person is actually going to walk away from this. And I think you will walk away from this with a healthy respect for each other, okay, and admiration. But I don't think you're going to lay down roots. I think you guys are going to make peace about this stuff, but I don't know that you guys are going to really lay down roots with one another permanently. And so I feel like there was a lot of purpose. There always is. And I feel like we've identified that for you, Taurus, in this thing. And if you missed it, just rewind or recheck it, okay? As far as zodiac signs here, I have Pisces and Gemini and Aries and Cancer. All right. Good amount of earth energy here, some water. Okay. A little bit of fire. All right. That's what I got. So that's what I got for you, Team Taurus. Thank you again, Britt Girl. I appreciate the super chats from you, Melanie and Britt Girl. Thank you guys so much. All right. I just realized what you typed, Britt Girl. Oh my God. It's an inside joke, y'all. Oh, Britt Girl, you made me laugh. I needed that. Thank you for that. All right, let's go to Jim. All right, what's up, Gemini? What up, Gemini gang? What's up? I'm snickering from that. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Here we go. I didn't read it all. I saw the love you part, Britt Girl, and I was like, oh my God, she's such a mess. Ah, that was good. I needed that. Here we go. All right, where's my Jims? Hey, Susie. Hey, Lisa Langhart. Hey, Natalia. What's up? Hey, Mad Max. All right, Gemini gang. Where you guys at? Make some noise for me, Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Here we go, love bugs. Don't forget to drop a like. Here we go. Let's get the backstory on this connection. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Here we go, love bugs. Here we go, Gemini. What can I tell you about the backstory, or what can the tarot tell us both, right? Backstory. What has happened here with you and this person? Let's see, Gems. Let's see, Gemini gang. What can we find out for you? What's the backstory here? Well, the Fool card is here. Nine of Wands. Woo! Gemini, all in. Damn, you have been all in on this one. Empress card. Fool card, Nine of Wands, Empress card. Almost ride or die. That the energy I'm picking up, I'm bailing into this. I'm jumping in with both barrels. I want to say this about being a Gemini. One of the people think we're non-committal or that we're flighty in love. Not so. Takes a lot to get the interest of a Gemini to begin with. But if we ever jump, baby, we're all in. Okay, Geminis know the meaning of ride or die, right? We do. And the Nine of Wands is here. Empress, growth and expansion. Maybe felt like this was your life partner jumping into this thing with both barrels, man. I almost feel like, Gemini, you didn't waste a lick of time on this jumping in, did you? For some of you, may have jumped in a little fast, but with good intention here. Pretty good intention. I might have to get a little bit more on that Nine of Wands. Can I do that? That card can be a little bit bothersome. My major arcanas are saying that you had the right, you had the right heart space. High Priestess. Damn, Gemini. Two of Cups. Five of Cups. Oh, God, Gemini, you did not. Don't tell me. You know what I get, Gemini? Going into this thing. Let's talk. Going into this thing. You jumped in with both barrels. Fair enough. I mean, in. When I say Gemini was in, both twins were in, Gemini, both twins. All right. And I feel like at the onset, something was nagging you at the onset. Even when you jumped into this, something in the back of your mind, you didn't voice it though. You didn't talk about it. You didn't talk about it, did you, Gemini? That thing that was nagging you about this. Oh, it looks like it might have been an intuitive nudge with that High Priestess card. And I think you said, no, this is my person. Two of Cups here. And then I think Five of Cups came shortly thereafter or sometime thereafter, where it's like the new wore off, or you started to realize that nagging doubt in the back of your mind, Gemini, that there was more to this, right? That you didn't voice. The nagging doubt or the issue that you saw that you did not voice. Okay. Right. Issues that you saw that had you there's some heavy energy here, right? With this Nine of Wands, and you didn't voice about it. You didn't talk about it. You didn't want to address it, but your intuition was kind of screaming at you, but you really felt like this was your person. Two of Cups, right? Really felt like this was your Two of Cups. And then this happened, right? This disappointment, tears, right? Very interesting reading, Gemini. I'm almost feeling like for some of you, this was immediate. Others of you, this was later. But all right, for all of you Geminis, this is after you took the plunge with this person, right? That some point after you took the plunge, these things that were nagging doubts became total disappointments, where some of you may have even shed tears. Okay. Definitely some heartbreak, disappointment, right? Okay. Not a happy card here, right? And yet, I almost wonder if even then you didn't really open up. Some of you Geminis even then didn't open up about it. People think Geminis blabber all the time, and we may blabber all the time, but we don't say things always. There are some things that we keep, believe it or not, yeah, Geminis will never shut up, but they're actually more private than you think about what's going on real deep. Right? Trust and believe, a Gemini is not going to verbalize what they don't want to. You may feel like they never shut up, but trust and believe, there's something deep within a Gemini sometimes that they'll never say. All right. Geminis are actually very private, especially about emotions, good or bad emotions, right? Especially when you've jumped all in this thing. And I think you have emotion for this person, or at least had. You felt like they had emotion for you. I don't think you wanted this to be true even then. I think, you know what I almost feel like, Gemini? In your mind, if you didn't verbalize it, it wasn't true. It's almost like speaking it made it true, even though it was right there, right? Even though it was right there and it was undeniable, but talking about it made it more real. You ever dealt with something like that where once you talk about it, you're like, God, this is really true. This is really, I've just got to face this. This is reality. Let's see a little bit more about what was going on with this Five of Cups for you, Gemini. Let's see here. Let's see here. Well, something here made you go, all right, something here really turned the tide. Oh, God. Queen of Swords in reverse, Sun in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Gemini, this thing may have ended. You may not even be with this person, all right? For some of you, you may have had some sort of toxic repeating pattern or some sort of trauma bond, okay? Very, very lesson oriented with that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Queen of Swords in reverse. I almost feel like, Gemini, that there was some triggering between you two where this person triggered bitterness or anger that you didn't even know you had. Vice versa, possibly. Maybe both sides. Okay. Maybe you guys triggered each other's anger, bitterness. The deep seated anger and bitterness that went back before this even connection was even a thing. Okay. All right. That it started before you guys ever probably laid eyes on each other, right? And it's almost like I mean, that's what I'm seeing here. The overall bitterness and anger and maybe some grudges even. Queen of Swords in reverse, right? That you didn't even know you had. Brought out some ugly in you that you didn't even know you had. And them. Right? You guys, you ever heard that saying, we bring out the worst in each other? There's a very big reason for that. Okay. A very, very big reason for that. Those connections, I don't care what your sign is, if you have a connection in your past that you look back and you go, we just brought out the worst in each other. That right there was supposed to be a big learning experience. That mirroring of the ugly parts of each other, big, big lessons. Okay. Where the divine is using that, it's a very unpleasant experience. The divine is using that an unpleasant experience, okay, to get our attention so that to know that we've got unhealed trauma, unhealed heartbreak, unhealed hurt, usually from childhood, right? Not always, okay? And that is a mirroring effect, and it is a big lesson, okay? Big lesson that we are supposed to learn from, right? And that's what I think. And Gemini, I almost feel like looking back at this thing, if you look back at your decision to be in this thing to begin with, almost impulsive, almost, hangman in reverse, not really thinking it through, very impulsive, speedy. Some of you jumped into this thing fast. I'm just going to call it. I picked that up at the very beginning of this, and then here's the cards kind of backing that up. Okay. Very impulsive, very fast. But I think, again, you were all in. I think you felt very passionate about it, but you soon realized I ignored my gut. I ignored my intuition. And now here I am, disappointed, sad, crying, and we're triggering the ugliest parts of each other. Right. And trust and believe this connection is definitely supposed to happen for sure. Okay. But often these things are supposed to be lessons. Okay. I'm going to see if this connection might go anywhere in the future. But I definitely feel like it was or is a very challenged connection and required a lot of work on both sides. Okay. Both sides in order to really be viable and change the course of the energy here. King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. King of Swords. Time for a head over heart. Time for a head over heart decision, Gemini. This thing is going to be unstable. It's going to be volatile. It's going to continue to be volatile. I feel like volatile is a good word for how this probably has played out for some of you Geminis. Okay. I'm just going to say that. Volatile. Time for a head over heart. King of Swords. Taking a step back and observing yourself and how you're behaving and how they're behaving, and asking yourself that even though you probably feel like you love this person, okay, is this really, really what is, what I want for my life partner? Is this how I want my future to stay? Okay. All right. And that's what I got here. That's what I got here. All right. That's what I got for Team Gemini. Hey, Angel. How you doing, Laura Ann? Good to see everybody. Thanks for being here, you guys. Hey, Amy Styles. Hey, Necessary Truths. How's everybody doing? Here we go. All right. We're going to go to Cancer. Hey, Deb B. What's up? Good to see all you guys. Give me just a half a second and I'll be back in like 30 seconds and I'm going to read for Cancer. 222 people here. Don't forget to drop a like. All right. Let's read for the Cancer cuties. How you guys doing? By the way, FYI, if you would like clarity on your specific situation with romance or otherwise, I have a flash sale that started. Did I start it last night or yesterday? I don't know. But this is the first time I'm announcing it because I took off yesterday. I took a break yesterday. I needed a day off and I got a lot of things done. Got my Christmas tree up, by the way. Yes, got me some presents wrapped. Super excited. Hey, Mary's Memorable Moments. Hey, Moon Empress. How you guys doing? But anyway, I needed the break. All right, let's go, Cancerians. What's up with my beautiful, lovely Cancer cuties? Let's get the backstory on your person. Let's get the cuties backstory. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The backstory on your situation, so that we can figure out the real reason that you guys are together in the first place or were together. Real reason for this person. Let's take a look. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The real purpose for this person in your life. Let's get the backstory. All right, let's get the story. Let's get the tea. Let's get honest. Let's get real. All right, Cancer cuties, let's do it. Let's see what's up. Thank you, Dragonfly. How you guys doing? 9 of Wands here. 8 of Swords in reverse. Interesting. Hierophant in reverse. You know, Cancer, why do I get that this connection has been very hard for you to give up on, despite feeling like it might not have a future? Maybe your gut was, I think your gut may have been trying to tell you this thing didn't have a future with the Hierophant in reverse. Okay. And the 8 of Swords in reverse. I think you didn't want to hear it. I think you kind of tried to push that gut feeling down. Okay. Your person may have been acting non-committal, may have broken promises to you. Okay. But hard to give up on that. Hard to give up. 9 of Wands, right? Struggling to give up. Really, really invested. Maybe really investing more than you should have at your own expense. Yeah. I'm going to say something. I'm a Cancer Venus. So I have a little bit, and I'm not North Node in Cancer. I have a little bit of appreciation for the energies of Cancer. Cancers, you guys love so much. Your heart, you know, in the zodiac, you're often referred to as the maternal energy. I don't care if you're male or female. And that unconditional love of a Cancer can be so incredibly beautiful. But sometimes one of the things that we, and I say we because this is my Venus sign, struggle with is over giving, overdoing to our own detriment, exhausting ourselves. Okay, maybe. And giving too much when another person may not be giving much at all, if anything. Okay. And, you know, as such, people with the Cancer placements in a significant place in your zodiac chart. And I know this is also me speaking from personal experience. Okay. Codependency is a big struggle for Cancerians, right? A big, big struggle because you guys, we are so giving. But sometimes we overdo to our own detriment. Okay. Sometimes we give too much. We love too much. And that's where it almost is not love anymore, right? It's almost like we forget that we have so much love within us that we can love ourselves, right? And we can look for that outside of ourselves. But I feel like maybe Cancer, that this person may have been non-committal, may have broken vows to you, may have broken promises. You may have married and divorced this person even. For some of you, okay? I'm going to get a little bit more on this Hierophant in reverse and see if I can get some more on this backstory for you, Cancerians, okay? Let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, Emperor, and the Two of Wands. Very interesting. So what I get is this person was just something else distracted this person from you. I think they took you for granted. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Emperor, Two of Wands. Some of them, they may have been focused on their job, career, okay, and not you. Some of them, it may have been another person. Some of them, it may have been both of those things. Could be family, all right? And it's almost like they put you on the back burner in this connection. I'm getting that they took you for granted, that they became complacent, okay, and stopped giving to this, right? And kind of just, oh, it'll be fine. Cancer will be there, you know, and maybe they didn't even realize. Maybe they realized it. Maybe they didn't. Maybe you voiced this to them. I don't know. That could be either way. Okay. Sometimes we will do that and not realize it, right? And somebody calls it to our attention and we'll do better. And that's fair. Sometimes we don't like when people call it to our attention because we're doing it more from an intentional place where we know what we're doing and we're just doing it anyway. So that could have been either way. All right, this part, you may have been met with some obstinance about this thing with the Emperor here, some obstinance where somebody was like, no, this is kind of being a little bit stubborn. All right, kind of being a little bit stubborn or a lot, possibly. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, Seven of Wands. You know, I think, you know what I think, Cancer? I think the more you pursued it, the more you pushed this, the more they pushed you away. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the more you wanted this, Seven of Wands in the upright, the more they didn't. The more you pushed this issue, the more they pushed back. That's energy, by the way. The more we pursue something, okay, or try to force something to happen, the more it will push from us, you know. And I think maybe you didn't realize that at that time, that you were actually pushing this person away, okay. I do feel that way. And I feel like there may have been arguments to that effect. Okay. Three of Wands here. I think you wanted more than anything for theirs to be cooperation. You may have felt like this was your person. They may, you know, you may feel like they still love you. You may still love them even. Okay. You guys may still be together for some of you. Okay. The cards are not telling me specifically whether you guys are together or apart, right? And we are reading for a number of different Cancers, so it could be either way. But I definitely feel like, I think you waited, you were patient. Three of Wands here. You were hoping for some cooperation from this person, where this person would kind of step up and meet you in the middle on this thing. And then boom, Three of Cups in reverse. Arguments, harsh words, maybe saying things that weren't meant. Possible third-party energy here, okay? Possible, okay? But definitely just an inability to really meet in the middle with this, or an unwillingness to meet in the middle and work through this stuff together in a cooperative and healthy way, all right? So I feel like one of the biggest issues here for you, Cancer, as far as the purpose of this connection for you, to learn to love yourself more than another person. It's okay to love a person. I want you to always love yourself more. I love me more. Okay. I'm not going to overgive because I can't pour from an empty cup, number one. And I'm not going to pour into your cup if you're not pouring into mine. Right. You're looking for equal give and take. All right. And people pleasing. Okay. And pursuing something so hard that you're actually pushing it away, all right? And realizing that the healthy thing, instead of pursuing this so hard, almost desperately, okay, is, you know, to release this thing and allow whatever happens to happen, and know that if this person is really worth your time, they'll come towards you. And if they don't come towards you, then they were never worth your time. And all the chasing and pursuing and hand-wringing in the world was just not going to do anything except mess you up more. And to realize that you have everything you need with or without this person, okay? So that's a lot of this. I don't know whether this person and you have a connection, a potential connection future wise or not, but I definitely do see the things that this person came along to teach you. I definitely do feel that, right? Let's see what else we can find out here. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. See, so the Queen of Swords is in reverse. The Six of Cups is in reverse. Right now, I think you're carrying some bitterness or anger or resentment or grudge towards this person. And that's going to affect you going forward. That's going to affect you going forward. This is to teach you to work through this anger and bitterness and to realize don't be angry and bitter at this person for not loving you or not reciprocating. Okay. It's time to look inward and say, why did I keep pursuing a person that wasn't into me? Right. And to kind of flip the script a little bit, because that's going to put you back in control of what you give your energy to. Okay. It's kind of a way of taking your power back. All right. And that's what I see here. I don't feel like there is a lot, these are the cards that I pulled as far as a future with this person. This person may be bitter towards you. Yeah. 5 of Cups here. I don't feel like there's anything with you and this person except more disappointment. I'll just be honest with you. And that's not a bad thing. It's time to pick yourself up, Cancer, dust yourself off. Okay. And realize that just because this person couldn't see it doesn't mean that it's not there. You definitely have a lot to bring to the table, not the least of which is what we talked about from the very beginning of this reading is that huge Cancer heart. You will eventually, when you heal from this, run across somebody, okay, that's going to have an appreciation for the amount of love and dedication that is unique to that Cancerian energy. All right. All right. That's what I got here, Cancerians. We're going to Leo next. All right. Thank you, Cancer, so much. And don't forget to drop a like, everybody. And of course, if you would like clarity on your situation, okay, these readings are general, right? We know that. And if you want to know for sure about your specifics, take advantage of the 75% off sale for personal readings. I would love the opportunity and welcome the opportunity to read for you guys. I get a lot of good feedback on personal readings, okay? I do probably at least 10 or 12 personal readings every single week, okay? Plus the mini readings that we do. And I probably do 30 of them a week, okay? So anyway, hey, Mersace, how you doing? Hey, Miranda. All right, let's go to Leo. Oh, by the way, no, never mind. All right, here we go. Sorry, Gemini brain for a moment. All right, here we go. Let's go, Team Leo. Thank you, Jason. Thank you guys for the feedback. I appreciate that. All right, let's go. Here we go. Here we go, fiery felines. By the way, I did your individual reading earlier today. If you didn't catch it, go catch it after this, of course. Here we go, Team Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, fiery felines. All right, so we're trying to get their purpose in your life, their real purpose in your life. And in order to do that, I want to do a backstory. I want to get the backstory between you and this person. Okay. Let's get the backstory between you and this person. Team Leo, the backstory between you and this person. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The backstory. Here we go, fiery felines. Let's see what's up. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. Here we go. High Priestess. Strength in reverse. Emperor. You know what's interesting is this. Your card is here, Leo, the Strength card, but in the reverse. High Priestess. Emperor. You may have felt like this person was your person. May have felt like there was some spiritual connection, a spiritual connection here. I'm going to clarify the Strength card in reverse. At the same time, though, this connection, I believe, has been draining for you. Exhausting, draining. Knight of Pentacles. 5 of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Okay. And the Page of Cups. Ooh, what may have happened is you may have had some conflict or drama here, followed by an apology and trying to work things out. But I think this drama between you two, stress, drama, conflict, okay, may have been a bit exhausting. And you may feel like, is it even worth the trouble? Because it's like the 5 of Wands in reverse is like, Do I really want to go through this again? Right? Do I really want to fight for this thing? Is it really worth the fight to fight for this thing? I think you're looking for something stable here, and this is not that. Yeah, King of Pentacles in the reverse. I think your idea is I want something stable, Auntie Karen. Okay, I want to know what I'm coming home to, right? I don't want to wonder, am I coming home to drama tonight or what, right? And there's some instability, could have been financial or family instability here, okay, with you guys. And I think it kind of I do feel like you're just exhausted. I do feel like you're exhausted. For some of you, this person has come back around or will or has in the past with the Chariot card here, Three of Swords in reverse, asking for forgiveness with an apology. Page of Cups is here. That can mean that, okay? Some of you, they've acted distant or been distant, but I think they're kind of coming around, asking for forgiveness, saying we can work this out, we can overcome this drama, we can overcome this conflict, right? And at the same time, though, you're like, God, but it was so draining before. Do I really want to mess with this again? Some of you may have dealt with this on again, off again thing with this thing, because I'm getting an element of instability to this thing too. But yet, I think it's been hard for you to give up on the idea that this is your person here with the Emperor card. You may feel like there's something destined here, but yet and still, the instability is draining. And you're like, is my destiny to be with a person where things are so unstable, so volatile, so draining, right? Five of Cups. Leo, you may have been really busted up about some of this stuff. Heartbroken. Heartbroken. Five of Cups. Tears. This is coming out a lot today, folks. It's coming out a lot today. Eight of Cups. There you are. Eight of Cups. Walking away and finding me. That's okay. Knowing when to say when. There's your lesson right there, Leo. There's your lesson. Knowing when to say when. When enough is enough. When enough is enough. Why do I say that? The card of walking away, cutting ties. All right. Pulling back your energy, putting it into you. This is literally you, the King of Wands, in the major arcana. Okay. Kings are the fixed signs, male or female. And it's like walking away, becoming a winner, stepping into my power, taking action, and not really King of Wands does not King of Wands takes action. It's a card of action. It's a card of moving on, moving forward, knowing when to pull the plug, knowing when that you have given everything you can give. And it's fair, to be in a situation where I don't want to have any doubts. I want to make darn sure. That's a fixed sign thing sometimes. You guys are fixed signs where you look at this thing and go, have I done everything I could do? Have I given this every opportunity to turn around? And if you know you have, then having the dignity and the self-respect and the confidence and the love for yourself to walk away. Right? That was a big lesson here. That was a big lesson. Knowing when something is not, knowing when to say when, right? Knowing when to say when. Allowing yourself to feel the feels, allowing yourself to shed the tears, honoring that, and then also knowing when to say when. Knowing when to say when. Wow. When to call it quits. That's when. That's when here. All right. That's what I got as far as what the purpose of this connection is. Right. I love that. Right. I know, LC. I love that about fixed signs. It's like, man, as a mutable, because I'm very mutable. I do have some cardinal in my chart, but I have mostly mutable, and my behavior is more mutable. So, and it's one of the things that I like about fixed signs, and I admire about the fixed signs, the ability to step back and mull things over and marinate and take a look at all sides and give something plenty of time before you make that decision. And also fixed signs, when they finally do make a decision, trust and believe they've considered all the things around it. And once a fixed sign finally does make up their mind to walk away, The odds, and never say never, but the odds of a fixed sign revisiting something where they've made the decision to cut ties, it's a lot less likely. I will say that. A lot less likely, right? So, hey, Melanie, who are you trying to privately message, Melanie? Oh, I'm not sure what your issues are, but you just follow the link that's at the top of the chat, Melanie, and it will walk you through. And if you don't, and the only method of payment is PayPal. Okay. So I'm not sure if you're trying to book a reading or not. But at any rate, well, thank you, Dragonfly20. Thank you for the feedback. Appreciate you guys so much. Right. But I love and admire. I tend, believe it or not, even though fixed signs are very different than me, I tend to vibe with you guys. I get you. You're different, but you're like the way that you go about decisions. I can think it out. It makes sense to me, right? And it's like if I can frame it in my mind, I can deal, right? So anyway, that's what I got here. All right, we're going to read for Virgo. And again, Leo, if you missed this, I did your individual reading earlier today. In fact, first thing when my first reading today was for Leo. Hey, Zebra Libra, how you doing? Here we go. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate you. Hey, Fit Life 444. What's up? Everybody doing okay today? Let's read for Virgo. Here we go. Well, we're all tied to you, Chappie. Game day today. Kickoff in less than 2 hours, Chappie. I'll be there. I'll be watching the game. That's why we're doing stuff early today on the channel, because I'm gonna be watching the game. I'm nervous about this. I won't say nervous, but I don't think this is a shoe-in game for the Tide. Oh, you're fine, Melanie. You were fine. I don't know that this is a shoe-in, Chappie. So we'll see. Let's just say I'm not confident enough about this game to walk around talking shit, right? So anyway. Yeah, big nail biter for sure, right? All right, let's go, Virgo. All right, let's go, Team Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get the backstory on your connection. Let's get the backstory on your connection, Virgo, so that we can kind of see more about why this person is really in your life, what the lessons are, if this is a lifetime person or what. Let's take a look. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Here we go, love bugs. Here we go, Team Virgo. Their purpose in your life. Let's get the backstory first. Let's get the backstory first. Here we go, Team Virgo. Here we go, Virgo. Roll Tide is right, Blue Green Kid. 4 of Wands. Definitely was a very supposed to happen moment. Okay. Definitely was supposed to be a part of your life. We're going to see if it's permanent or temporary. This was a divine appointment between you two. 4 of Wands, Hanging Man in reverse, 10 of Swords in the reverse. Very interesting. Virgo, I feel like for some of you, you've had issues with this person. Okay. You may have had like a breakup and a reconnect with this person. Maybe a little bit unsteady. You may have married this person or talked marriage with this person or talked about moving in or moving in. All right. For some of you, what do we have here? Let's see what we can find out. Knight of Swords in reverse. Communication issues. 3 of Wands, Devil in reverse. Ooh. You know, Virgo, for some of you, I think this person was unstable. All right. Knight of Swords in reverse. You may have had, they may have lied to you or ghosted you or vanished. Okay. All right. They may have lied to you, ghosted you, or vanished. And I think you've very patiently kind of hoped that things would work out. And then I almost feel like you kind of made this power move where you're like, screw this. And cut them out. And I almost feel like there's this energy of them coming back around after you kind of energetically snipped, right? Like there's this energetic coming back around, revisiting energy here. And of course, Mercury retrograde. But I feel like there's this energetic come back around type thing here. And I feel like you're questioning, like, why now? Why are they coming back around now? Are we supposed to be together? Four of Wands. I cut this thing out. It seemed toxic. It seemed unhealthy. Their instability here, lies or ghosting. Okay. Could have been that with that Knight of Swords here in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles here. Four of Cups. See, they're coming in stable and you're not even sure you're interested anymore in this thing. Sun in reverse. It's almost like you gave them every chance in the world to begin with, and now you've kind of pulled back your energy. And the Sun in reverse, you don't see a future with this person. They're kind of coming towards you. They're a little bit slow here with that Knight of Pentacles. They may be a little bit slow, a little bit, what's the right word? A little bit tentative. Tentative was the word I was looking for. Tentative in this thing. Or either you are. I almost feel like you are with that Four of Cups. I almost feel like you're the one that's more, I don't know if this is what I want to do, right? I don't know if this is what I want to do. I think one thing already that I'm getting that you have hopefully learned from this is how to set boundaries and say, if this person is going to continually lie or ghost or vanish or be unstable, all right, then I need to be able to draw a line and draw some boundaries and learn to cut people out. The devil in reverse. One thing about Virgos that I have noticed, and I like Virgos a lot. I vibe with Virgos. Okay. You and I both have the same ruling planet, Virgo. Unlike me, you guys are super, super patient, but sometimes a bit frustrating because you can be too patient, where you give people too many chances, right? And it's almost like in this case, you may have had to learn when to say when you've given too many chances or when you've given enough chances, right? Like how many chances does this person need to straighten up and fly right, right? Like you kept waiting on things to happen and they just never did until you finally gave up and said, screw this and cut it out. You may have blocked them or cut them out of your life or whatever with that devil in reverse. And then boom, now they want to come in more stable, right? And it's like they almost wore out their welcome, Virgo, with that Four of Cups, right? They almost wore out their welcome with you. And I almost feel like one of the things that you as a mutable are learning is when to know enough is enough and not to revisit things, right? I feel like, Virgo, for some of you, see, I'm getting this with this Knight of Swords in reverse. There's an immature energy here with the King of Cups in reverse. I feel like one of the things that you have had to learn to do with the World card here, Four of Cups, Sun reverse, what I'm feeling like is learning when to close the door, when to close out the cycle, right? When enough is enough. And I think you've also learned to realize that in overcoming this and actually finally letting this thing go and releasing it, you felt a lot of peace, a lot of relief, almost happiness that you didn't realize you would have whenever you finally started to heal from this thing. Okay. And that's what I feel like a lot of this is. And realizing, I don't have to deal with this. I don't have to give to this. And knowing when to finally close the door and say, that's enough patience. That's enough chances. That's enough grace. Snip. Look, this is it. When to finally cut ties, right? And say, I wish you the best. I want you to do well. I want you to find what's best for you, what's for your greater good. But you know what? It's not for me, right? It's not for me. Snip, 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 right? And having enough self-respect to realize that in allowing this person all those chances and all that grace, okay, what you what you were inadvertently teaching this person. I don't think you meant this, but I think what you were inadvertently saying to this person is, you can keep treating me like shit and you'll just get more and more grace. You'll just get more and more chances. Thank you, Melanie. Welcome to membership. I think in your mind, you were just like at this place where you were like, I don't think you meant for this to happen, but I think what happened is you gave this person multiple chances a lot of time, and they felt like those chances would never run out. Okay. And I think that you had to learn, okay, a chance or two is fine. 58 chances, no. Virgo's not going to give that much grace, right? And I think you had to learn that and build some, realize, I bring a lot to the table, right? I'm a loving person. I'm a caring person. I'm a stable person. I'm loyal. I'm devoted. I'm dependable. All of that. I can be very grounded, very stable energy. I like Virgos. I've told y'all that. Okay. And all of those things kind of come with that package a lot of times with Virgos. Okay. And I like that energy for you that you've hopefully you've learned that from this. Okay. Hopefully you've learned that from this. I like that. I think a lot of you learned that. I think a lot of you did. My cards are really screaming that. Okay. So yay for you. Good for you, Virgo. Don't forget to drop a like, guys. And of course, if you would like a personal reading, the link is in the description box below this video. If you catch this after the live, if you're during the chat, it's pinned at the top of the chat. So yeah, take advantage of the 25% off sale. Oh, I've got 75%. My God, I've got it wrong. Why did I put 75%? Good God Almighty. Let me take that banner down. Good God. I'm an idiot. All right. Hang on a minute. I can't believe I did that. Y'all give me just a minute to fix that. God, your girl is nuts. I can't do readings for that. God. Losing my freaking mind. God, that's better. I'm so sorry, y'all. All right, here we go. Hey, Marilyn, how you doing? All right. Let's go to Libra. Let's go to Libra. Where's my Libra banner? There it is. Here we go. There we go. Hey, Emelette. How you doing? Right, Jason? I know. It's like, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, my God. All right. Hey, Dutchie. How you doing? All right, Team Libra, let's go. Here we go, Team Libra. Hey, Libra son, how are you? Good to see everybody. All right, here we go. Hang on. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get the backstory on this connection between you and this person. Let's take a look, Libra gang. The backstory between you and this person. The backstory. The backstory. The backstory. The backstory. Team Libra. Where's everybody at today? Here we go. Team Libra. Here we go. Team Libra. The backstory. Here we go. The backstory between you and this person, please. The backstory. Let's see here. What's the backstory? 5 of Pentacles. Ooh. 10 of Wands in reverse. You dropped the bomb on me, baby. 2 of Cups. Interesting, because you may feel a very strong connection between you and this person. 2 of Cups. You may feel like they love you, you love them, or at least they did, and yet they dropped the bomb on you. Abandonment. Ooh, left you out in the cold. Drop the bomb. Drop the ball. 10 of Wands in reverse. They just poof. Stopped giving. Stopped trying. Lord, I hope they didn't ghost you. I hope that's, but almost left you out. For some of you, they left you out in the cold, right? They may have literally I think every one of us maybe have, I know I have. I can't say that y'all have. I know I have been in connections where people would not include me with their family, their friends, and leave me feeling like I was an outsider, and with, scratching my head going, why are they not including me? Something's wrong here, because if we're in a connection, why have I not been included to meet their family or to go places and meet their friends. They're not taking me around. And you feel like you're on the outside looking in. For some of you, they may have abandoned you. Others, they may have made you feel alone, isolated, abandoned, left out, right? Like, what the heck, right? And at any rate, that's really what I feel like for a lot of you Libras has happened here, right? Or that you've dealt with this person. You may still be dealing with this person, some of you. You may feel like you're still dealing with them. Let's see if we can get a little bit more on this for you, Libra. The Moon card, shady behavior, confusion on your part. Like mixed signals sometimes. Sometimes they like say one thing, but then they act another, right? Like they say you're their person, or they say they're into this, or they lead you to believe this in some way, right? And then, but then the actions leave you feeling isolated, left out in the cold, abandoned, on the outside looking in whenever they're doing things maybe with family or friends, right? And this has, been very confusing. And you're like, I don't know where I stand with this person. I'm so confused. I feel like this is my person. I feel like this is who I'm supposed to be with. And yet, I'm got these feelings, these very uncomfortable feelings of isolation, loneliness, being left out. And I'm not sure I like that, the Moon card. In the blues, definitely, right? Not sure I like that feeling. Not a comfortable feeling, but it's valid. It's a valid feeling. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. A little bit more, please. Five of Wands in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse. You just felt like this wasn't solid. I think in your mind, Knight of Wands in reverse. In your mind, I think you were starting to wonder, am I dealing with a player? I don't feel like that this is, I feel, if I could speak for you, you may have said this, am I dealing with a player? Or you may have said, I don't feel like this is solid ground. Something about this feels shaky. Something about this feels like a house of cards. Something about this feels like it could crumble at any moment. I can't put my finger on it, but it doesn't feel solidified. It doesn't feel cemented in. It doesn't feel like I'm walking on solid ground. It feels like I'm walking on shifting sand, quicksand kind of thing. And I can't put my finger on it. But I know that this person doesn't include me. They may ghost me. They may make me feel abandoned. And it just makes me feel like I'm on the outside looking in. And again, like I'm having to do things on my own. And I don't like this feeling of being left out. I don't like this feeling of feeling abandoned. All right, can we tell you what we see here? Can I tell you what I see here? Real talk. This is going to get a little deep. And this can apply not to just Libras, okay? This can apply to anybody listening. But listen, this person is a very important person in your life, but not maybe in the way that you think, okay? Not maybe in the way that you think. This person definitely has a role. And there's something here you're supposed to learn from this person. There are some unhealed emotions around loneliness, fear of being alone, fear of growing old by yourself, okay? Not wanting to be alone. That's why you feel so abandoned, okay? You may have abandonment wounds even from childhood, some of you, okay? Either that or it has happened in a romantic connection, and this is coming along to mirror this to you, to show you this is not healed yet. This is not healed yet. This is not healed yet, okay? Many times when we are left out, feel isolated, feel abandoned by a person, they are mirroring back some wounds that are unhealed, okay? Fears of being alone. A lot of times, this indoctrinated, bullshit that we, are supposed to be with another person. And maybe not. Some of us are not meant to be with people, and that's okay, right? But we get this cookie cutter Disney story of they lived happily ever after, and the fear of that not happening or not happening by a certain age, okay, is a very toxic belief. Okay. And it's very matrix, very, very indoctrinated. This is the way, this is who you should be. Okay. No, 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 no. Nobody can tell you that but you. Okay. And that is a very damaging, one of the most damaging things we do to children is let them read stories like Cinderella when they're 3. I'm just telling you. Okay. Very, very damaging because we get it in our mind. My better half. They come along, they rescue me, and I live happily ever after. It don't work that way, people. That ain't real life. It don't work that way. Okay. Even when you do, let me tell you, even when you do get married, okay, there's a marriage that happens after a wedding, and that in the best of circumstances requires a lot of work. Okay. So that's what you're dealing with. And some of you, this has to do with abandonment issues from growing up or from another person that you've yet to heal. Okay. And some of you, this is the idea that I got to have another person in order to be complete. Can I speak freely, Libra, to you? And I say this in love. One of the things that Librans and people, especially people with 7th house stelliums, struggle with, codependency, the need for another person. And that has to be healed, right? You don't need anybody. Another person is great to add if things are already going good, right? And I think that is what the main purpose of this connection is in your life. It was to mirror this back to you, okay? It is what it is, right? There you go. All right. Hey, Scorpio Moon, how are you doing? Thanks for being here, everybody. And if you like this reading and would hit the thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate that. I really would. And again, hit me up for a personal reading if you would like. I would love to have the opportunity to read for you guys one-on-one for sure. All right, let's go. We got Scorpio banner up. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, Team Scorpio. You guys are ready? Let's go, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I want to get the backstory on this connection, okay? Let's get the backstory on this connection for you, all right? And that way we can know more about what's been going on, what the future looks like, all of that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, Team Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I love you guys. Here we go, Scorpions. What's the backstory for Scorpio? What's the backstory for Scorpio? Let's take a look. Here we go, Scorpios. Here we go. Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The Lovers in reverse. 7 of Cups. Oh, goodness. The 7 of Cups. And the Devil in reverse. Okay, we're going to talk about this. Going to talk about this. This is going to get deep. Your readings always do, Scorpio, or a lot of times, and I'm here for it. I want to talk to you about this and why this card is here. This card is here because of illusions. Illusion. This is a card sometimes about illusions. Not always, but sometimes. It's a card of daydreams, illusions. It's very Neptunian, this card. All right. And I want to talk to you about this Lover's card. It came up in the reverse. I want to show you, I'm going to turn this card in the upright to show you the imagery here. All right. It's in the reverse for a reason, but you need to see, and I'm glad I'm reading with this deck because this deck portrays this exactly how it should be for this reading. Do you see these two people? And do you see that one of them is actually invisible? Not here. Illusion. That's why the Lover's card came up in the reverse. Some of you Scorpios needed to know the difference in potential versus reality. Falling for potential. What they could have been. What could have been. but what wasn't, right? Falling for the illusion, right? Versus what could have been. And knowing the difference between potential and actual, and not falling for potential or an illusion. Some of you thought this was something different than it was. How many times? I guarantee you, if for a show of hands, everybody that's listening to me now and in the rest of this thing can say at least once in their life, and I would be right along with you guys, that we fell for something we thought was something totally different than what it was. And sometimes we intentionally fool ourselves, right? Because we don't want to see that this person is not what we think they are, or who we hope they are, right? It's like we want to believe that this person is something that they're not. And sometimes we will put those blinders on ourselves, right? And I think this was a big, big, big thing that happened, as far as you kind of either 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 misjudging a person or just not wanting to see the truth, because the truth, not so much fun sometimes, right? Seeing a person for what they are versus what you know they could be, or what you hope they could be, and hoping that they'll become that person. Ooh, yeah. Let's get a little bit more on that. But I'm already seeing a lot here that was to be learned from this thing. Okay. A lot here that was to be learned from this thing. And I think if you're not already there, Scorpio, I think there's going to come a point of time where you realize that you kind of went into this thing either, putting your head in the sand, or, just hoping for the best, hoping that this person would level up. Right. And then they just never did. Right. They may have been non-committal, even with that Seven of Cups, if you want to take that literally. They may have never been into you the same way you are with them. All right. Possibly. Three of Cups in reverse. Damn, Scorpio. You guys just weren't on the same page. Just weren't on the, not cut from the same cloth. Not many people, I'm going to tell you, people want to give Scorpio a hard time and say, well, Scorpios are called, okay, sit down. Not you, Scorpio, but everybody else. If you want to say that about Scorpios, go somewhere else to say it. You don't say it here. Scorpios are called blah, blah, blah. No, Scorpios, when they give their heart, oh my God. It's like the ocean coming at you as far as the level of emotion. You may not see it. You may not feel it. They're not going to open up immediately. Scorpios feel very, very deeply, right? And I feel as though, Scorpio, that you were really, really giving to this thing from an emotional standpoint. They might not have seen that, okay? And they just weren't. They just weren't. Lovers in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse. Some of them may have had a wandering eye. Okay, I keep getting that with that Seven of Cups, Three of Cups in reverse, right? And the Devil here in reverse. I think they hit a lot, or either you just hit it from yourself. Some of you Scorpios, they hit it from you. Others of you, you didn't want to see it. I'm not gonna. One thing I can say, I don't think that you are under an illusion. I'm going to just say that. You're too fucking smart, Scorpio. You're the fucking walking, talking human lie detector of the zodiac. Okay. We're going to talk about that. I think you knew, but you didn't want to see. And that breaks my heart. That breaks my heart for you. But on the other hand, I think what you're meant to realize from this thing is, you know what? I bring so much love, potentially, right, to the table. I have the capacity to love beyond measure. Who can measure the amount of drops in an ocean, right? I have the capacity to love beyond measure with the right person. But also not everybody deserves that ocean of love that I have to give. Not when they're not giving it back to me, right? Not when they're not giving it back to me. I think you have to realize what you bring to the table. Let me tell you something. Scorpio loves different. I guess we all are different. I guess we all love differently. Not any of us loves badly. I don't mean it, but let me tell you something. I'll just say this. Every time I start saying nice things about Scorpio, everybody else gets mad and jealous and says that means I don't like their sign. No, it's just the understanding that I have come for Scorpios. Not everybody can handle that type of love. Not everybody can handle the intensity and the depth and the dark energy. And dark is not bad, of a Scorpio. That intensity, that mystery, the mysteries of that emotion. God, I got chills. And I think you're realizing you are something special. You are something special, Scorpio. You deserve the best. Not everybody deserves the love and the heart of a Scorpio, and that's okay. And I think you've realized not to give so freely of your heart like you did in this situation, right? To have um some, what's the right word? To realize that not everybody deserves that big heart of love that you have to give, right? I think you had to realize that. That's a tough lesson for a Scorpio. Because if you're not careful, then you'll go to the other extreme and you'll become this overly guarded, Seven of Wands, pushing people away kind of thing because you have such a big heart and you become ridiculously protective of it. It's okay to be protective of it, but not so much that you don't allow yourself, you got to find that balance. Okay. Here, I think you were too open, too vulnerable, not protecting your heart enough. I don't want to see you go to the other extreme, Scorpio, where you become, that nasty and confirm what everybody says about you guys, about you being cold and all that shit. Okay. Because you're not. And I don't want you to come across that way. Okay. But I think that's where you are, is learning that balance, okay, between allowing yourself to be vulnerable and also protecting yourself. That's, by the way, balance between divine feminine, divine masculine energy is what I just described, right? The allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, that's the divine feminine energy within all of us, and that divine masculine energy of being protective of that heart, right? That's the divine masculine energy, and it's within all of us, right? Okay, got deep on me, Scorpio, didn't you? Right? Got deep on me. Always. I love reading for Scorpios. Don't forget to drop a like, everybody. I greatly appreciate those of you that do that. Let's read for Saggy Waggy. Where are my Sagittarians? Let me get a sip of water and then we're going to read for Sagittarius. By the way, let's oh, my nose. Gosh, I think somebody must be coming to see me that I'm not expecting. Here we go. By the way, big shout out to Tyler's mom. Yay, yay. Happy birthday, Lisa. And congratulations on the 2024 Corolla. Tyler bought his mother a car yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw that. I didn't see it until after the fact, but I was so touched. Yes, I was ugly crying when I watched that. But anyway, so happy birthday, Miss Lisa. Let's go, Sagittarius. Let's get the backstory on your connection of the one you're asking about and what their real purpose is. Is it a lesson? Is it a lifetime? Let's see what we got. Here we go. Happy birthday, all the Sagittarians. Here we go. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get the backstory here. Sagittarius. The backstory here. Bye, Mike Daddy. Here we go. The backstory. The backstory. Here we go. It was a short reading, Mike Daddy, because it was free. If you would like a longer reading, you can pay for one. Here we go. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get the backstory. Let's get the backstory. Here we go. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is the backstory between you and this person? Let's see what we can find out. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you for the feedback. Jasmine Rebellion. Here we go. Seven of Swords in reverse. Death in reverse. Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay. Okay, I already see some of the stuff here. I think this person is coming in here towards you. You may have some history with this person. Okay. I feel like you do, because a lot of you, this is a person trying to come back around. Okay. Two cards that in tarot, in the way that I read, romance tarot can mean reconciliation. All right. My cards tell me two different possible things. I feel like this poor person I don't know if this has already happened. I feel like for a lot of you, this has already happened where this person came back and expressed remorse. Okay. Regret, apology, right? Okay. And you may have seen this coming. Like my cards are telling me you already know what this person's about. You already know they haven't changed. You already know that they haven't done any work, right? You already know that. I almost feel like you kind of knew, but maybe you gave them a chance anyway, and you may have gotten burned again. May have gotten burned again. Let's see what else we can find out here on this thing, Sag. Let's see what we got. King of Pentacles in the reverse. You knew this person would be draining. You know what I get is I think you gave this person a chance knowing that they would be draining, knowing that they were immature emotionally and otherwise. I got two kings in the reverse, folks. Lots of immature behavior here, lots of instability here. Okay. And I think you kind of already knew what was up. And I think you gave them a chance anyway, kind of hoping. I pulled your energy here. All right. King of Pentacles in reverse, King of Cups in reverse. A lot of immaturity, a lot of instability, a lot of emotional immaturity, emotional unavailability. Could have even been cold, okay, or calloused or what have you. But I think you gave them this person a chance, hoping, right? Hoping, having faith that maybe they had changed, but your gut telling you otherwise. Seven of Swords in reverse, that they hadn't changed. Death in reverse, had been resistant to doing any real work on themselves. And I think a lot of the lesson here for you, Sagittarius, has been, look, you know, when a person breaks up with you and does something stupid or whatever, makes this dumbass decision, and then comes around a week later and says they've changed, to know not to give them another chance. You know, you see this coming, you already know, and yet you walk into it anyway. And it was to teach you not to repeat the same mistakes. Right? Damn, I love it when my cards confirm what I'm saying. The Nine of Wands, doing the same thing over and over again with a person, but expecting a different result. Right? It's kind of like banging your head against the wall, wondering why you got a headache. It's like you already know going into this what you're going into with this person. Your gut's screaming at you that this person has not changed, has not had a chance to change, and yet compulsory, you can't stop it. You just go back anyway, right? You just go back anyway, even though you already know. This is like beating a dead horse, fighting a losing battle. It's like throwing energy towards something that you know you're just going to get banged up again. You just know you're going to get banged up again. You know this person may act shady. You know they may lie to you. They may act deceptive. They may steal or cheat or whatever else. Seven of Swords is never good energy. And yet, boom, I just got to give it one more shot, right? Even though you kind of know. And I think the big purpose of this thing, Sagittarius, for you is to know when you've given enough chances and not to keep going back to that which is just a repeating toxic pattern. Right? Not to keep returning to things that need to be in the past, you know? That's what I feel like. Let's get a little bit more on this thing. A little bit more on this thing. Yeah. You know what? It's to realize, you know what? I'm better off by myself than I am experiencing another dumpster fire. I'm just going to avoid this dumpster fire, right? Dodging a bullet. It's kind of like, how many times do I need to repeat this lesson before I get it? Right? How many times? How many towers do I have to have with this person before I finally see that it's just a continuing cycle, right? And to realize I need to find peace and happiness within myself and not look to this other person because I'm darn sure not going to find it there. Right? If that makes sense. So that's what I get as far as the main thing that you were supposed to learn from this connection, right? And that you don't need another person, that you don't need another person. All right. That as well. All right. Another person is great, but needing that's the issue, right? Needing that to be happy, right? All right. Let's go to Capricorn. Let's go, Cappy Wappy. Snappy Happy Cappies. Where you guys at? Y'all, I need to take a minute break. I need to get some chocolate. I got it right here. I just need a little boost. I'm just going to take a couple of minutes before I read for Capricorn. I hope you guys will hang with me and be patient. We got to do Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So if my goats, my alien nation, and my Spices will be patient, we will read for the rest of you guys. Okay, I just need a little jolt. Here we go. Hey, Roberta, how you doing? Hey, Infinite Faith, what's up? All right. Don't forget to drop a like, folks. I greatly appreciate those of you that have already done that. Are you guys getting ready for the holidays, by the way? I put up my Christmas tree yesterday. I took off from cards. I put up my Christmas tree, and I'm still not completely done decorating. I think I'm going to do some decorating back here in the tarot room, but I haven't done that yet. Okay. But usually I decorate here first. So I did backwards this time, right? But thanks, Yvonne. Well, hey, you are putting up your tree. Well, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, Saturnalia, all that good stuff, right? But I put up my tree. I wrapped a few presents last night. I did some cleaning yesterday. I had a video conference with my spiritual mentor yesterday. That went real well. Had a good time there. That was awesome too. All right, let's go, Capricorn. I need a sip of water now. That chocolate's good. It's Kit Kat. Here we go. All right, snappy happy Cappies. What's up, Capricorn? Let's go. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's the backstory in this connection between you and this person? What's the backstory between you and this person? Here we go, Cappy girls and guys, the true goats of the zodiac. What's up, Cappies? Here we go, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get the backstory. Let's get the backstory. Let's go, Cappy. Here we go. Four of Cups. Ace of Wands in reverse, just a lack of interest. Three of Wands, a lack of interest. Four of Cups is kind of like a meh, right? I don't know. I don't know if I'm too into it. Ace of Wands in reverse. I almost feel like this thing for some of you may have been a false start. But the Three of Wands here, I don't think you wanted to give up hope on this thing. Let me get more on this Three of Wands. To what extent were you invested? That's what I want to know. To what extent were you invested? Because I think in your mind, your person was not, or lost interest. Either you feel like they never had interest or they lost interest. May have felt like they kind of took you for granted, got a little bit complacent, a little comfortable. Five of Swords, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, they just stopped trying. They just stopped trying. Oh, magician in reverse. Yeah. They stopped courting you. I've used that word a lot in the past few days with you guys. Courting, dating, pursuing, romancing you, right? Gestures, thoughtful things, things of that nature. They just stopped. If they ever did. Five of Swords here. You know what I almost think? When that stopped, or the lack of that, may have absolutely made you wonder if you could even trust them. You may have started to think, are they pursuing somebody else? Are they romancing somebody else? Are they lying? Are they just playing me? Are they playing games? Or are they for real for real? Are they really into me, or are they just messing around playing games? Or you may have just felt like that, you may have wondered if they, shifted their energy and being interested in somebody else or what have you. I think you lost some trust here. I think you in your mind started to distrust this person because they started to seemingly take you for granted, ignore you. I think you felt ignored. I think you felt ignored. Gosh, you had a lot of hope in this thing. What I get is this: Page of Cups, Chariot, Ten of Cups in reverse. I feel like this thing almost started off like a big bang and then just boom, went by the wayside. Big bang, but then boom, went by the wayside. It's almost like this thing started off fast and just went, like this. Almost just as fast, leaving you feeling kind of left out in the cold, isolated, and ignored, and taken for granted. Like they didn't, almost like unseen, invisible, unseen, taken for granted. May have made you feel unattractive, even. Ace of Wands here in reverse. It's a very Saturnian message for those Saturn folks that I'm reading for, right? Unseen, unheard, taken for granted. Like your feelings didn't matter. Yeah, like your feelings didn't matter. I'm almost feeling like this, Capricorn. What I'm picking up from this is this, and this is a very Saturnian message, and I know because Saturn is a very major player in my chart. Okay, I'm a Capricorn moon, but there is a huge Saturn influence. What Saturn can do sometimes, almost early on in a lot of childhood issues, especially, okay, we can be made to feel like our feelings don't matter, and we're unseen, unheard a lot of times, even in childhood or early on in our lives, in our romantic lives. Okay. And that can just crystallize that already existing wound where we feel like we're unseen, unheard, our emotions don't matter, our feelings don't matter, and we feel ignored. Okay. And then I feel like what is happening here, what has happened here in this connection that we've just read for, is that what this person is, the purpose of this person is to kind of show you that you still have those wounds that are unhealed. Okay. You still have those emotions deep within that you've not faced, you've not felt, you've not processed. Right. And a lot of times as Capricorns, especially Capricorn moons, we are in situations growing up where we are not in an environment that is safe to even show those emotions. Okay. And we have that need to grow up sometimes, just deal with it, or, dry it up, or I'll give you something to cry about, all that kind of bullshit. Right. And, a lot of times growing up, we will feel like our emotions, are not even, it's not even appropriate to cry, Capricorn, right? It is, but like you'll be feeling that way. It's almost like the message that you get even sometimes early on is it's not okay to feel that. My emotions don't matter. I don't matter. My needs don't matter. And then you get into, romance when you get to be on up. Okay. And you run across people who will just treat you that way and just crystallize and deepen the already existing wound that is unaddressed, unprocessed, unhealed, right? And that's what's happening here, Capricorn, for a lot of you, for those of you that this resonates, is that, your own wounds, this person does have a very divine purpose in your life. They are here to show you these wounds that you've not addressed, you've not healed, these emotions. And that's the purpose of this connection. Okay. And that's what I got here. That's what I got here. Very Saturnian lessons, right? Tough lessons. Capricorn, I'm going to say this. It's not an easy placement. Capricorn is not, okay? It's tough. Saturn is not easy, but Saturn is reasonable, okay? I promise you that. None of the planets are unreasonable, whether you realize that or not, right? Let's go to Aquarius. All right, here we go, Aquarius gang. Let's see what's up. Hey, Elizabeth. I hope things get better. Thank you for that. All right, let's go to Aquarius. Don't forget to drop a like, folks. I greatly appreciate those of you that do that. All right, let's go Team Aqua. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is the backstory between you and this person? What is the backstory between you and this person? Here we go, Team Aqua. Alienation. Here we go, fellow air signs. Here we go, love bugs. Let's see. Of course, Jasmine Rebellion, thank you for the feedback. I appreciate that. Here we go, Team Aquarius. What's the backstory here? What's the backstory here? Let's take a look. Thank you, Roberta. Thank you. This is a different type of reading for me, but I got this brainstorm while I was getting ready. So the King of Swords is here in the reverse. Eight of Cups is here in the reverse, and the Eight of Cups in the reverse, and the Justice in the upright. Interesting. Interesting. I almost feel like Aquarius, you've got somebody here. For some of you, you've got history with this person and they want to come back around with the Eight of Cups in reverse, okay? I think they may have acted like a douche in the past. King of Swords in reverse, all right? That is your energy, but it's in the reverse. I think when you were with this person, okay, I just got it. All right. When you were with this person, you weren't you. You weren't you. I think this person is trying to come in your life again, maybe trying to do right with the Justice card and the upright, but something about this connection in the past, you feel like you weren't living authentically to who you are. You may have felt like it took you down, may have felt like they didn't see you, didn't hear you, didn't really even get you. Can I say this? Not everybody gets you, Aquarius, and that's not a bad thing. I kind of like you. Okay? You're mysterious. You're different. Aquarians march to the beat of a different drummer, no doubt. That's the sign that says, let's think outside the box. And but I like it. I like that. Okay. I like the energy. Okay. But it's a bit mysterious. Not everybody gets Aquarius, and that's okay. Not everybody's supposed to. That's all right. But I feel like in your mind, you felt like they didn't even get you. Like, can I just say this? Look, sometimes Aquarians' brain is on a different plane, like way the hell up here. Okay. And not everybody's can understand. Look, Aquarians, you want to talk about aliens, quantum physics, different timelines and jumping timelines and, all of this stuff. That Aquarians, that's your homie. If that's what you want to talk about. Okay. If you want to talk about stupid shit, Aquarians are going to get bored. I mean, they might talk about normal, mundane shit sometimes with you, but you're going to lose an Aquarius if you can't get on their level. And I'm not trying to be condescending. They're just different. Okay. They're cut from a different, I like it. I'm a Gemini though. I find the Aquarian mind kind of like catnip. Okay. I like it. Okay. But that's just me. But Aquarians, they're out there. They're real out there. They're different. They're very humanitarian, collective reading type mentality. But they like talking about all this stuff, right? They like that stuff. They're very cerebral, very cerebral. And their favorite word is why. That's Uranian energy, right? That's the ruler. Why are we doing this way? Let's think outside the box and let's do it now, right? It's a very challenging energy. And I feel like in your mind, this person just didn't get you, did not get you. All right. If that makes sense. And I think in your mind, I think you appreciate the apology from this person. I think you see it for what it is, but also you're looking back and going, God, I hated that we just didn't have a mental connection. You know, a lot of Aquarians, you know, demisexual, sapiosexual, right? Got to have a intelligence, got to have a mental connection with this person. Otherwise, it's just like a big wah, 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 right? Loss of interest, you know. And in your mind, this person just didn't get you. Let's get a little bit more on this. Judgment card. Here they are. You know, I don't think you think badly of this person. 6 of Cups, 5 of Cups, but you've moved on. 5 of Cups in reverse, or you should. What I get is this. All right, listen. Aquarians, here's why you met this person. Is to show you that I think you settled when you dealt with this person to begin. I think you knew you settled, didn't you? All right. I think you knew you settled. And I think even in the beginning, you knew this was something that was not going to crank your tractor. But I almost think, and you know, with that Aquarian mind, right? You know, maybe not everybody gets you, but not everybody should. And that's okay. But I think what you had to learn from this thing is not to settle for somebody that doesn't see what you see, doesn't see like you see, doesn't think like you think. All right. And I just think that the elevator didn't make it to the top floor with this person as far as getting you. I think you would talk to this person and about whatever, aliens, quantum physics, jumping timelines. And I think they looked at you and their eyes glazed over. And they were like, well, you know, how about that Crimson Tide Georgia game? Nothing wrong with that, right? But it's kind of like you were like, but I just said, what about can we not talk about spirituality and spirits and, you know, the fae and aliens and, you know, I think it's not that you minded the conversations about the mundane, but I think there was a thirst within you to talk about those deep, deep topics that was just never quenched with this person. Right? And I think you had to learn, not everybody is for me. Not everybody is going to get me. I'm happier single than with a dumbass. And I hate to call it that, but dumbass is exactly what I'm getting. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. But I think this person didn't have any idea when you would try to have these conversations, even if you tried. You may not have tried, but I think even when you try to have these conversations with this person, I think they never got it. And I think it was frustrating to you. And I think, honestly, what you've had to learn is stay single until you meet somebody that you can have that mental connection with, right? Nothing wrong with that. You deserve somebody. Don't settle. And I think that was a big lesson for you. And that's what I'm picking up for this. All right. That's what I'm really picking up as being the lesson here for you. All right. If that makes sense. Right. Hey, Gypsy Bones, how you doing? Thank you guys so much for being here. Everybody, don't forget to drop a like. And for those of you that missed it, I am running a flash sale on personal readings. Would love the opportunity to read for your specific situation. I read for romance and a lot of other things too. And I'm running a big 25% off flash sale. And take advantage of it while you can. The link is below this video. It's also pinned at the top of the chat. Okay. So FYI, we are getting ready to read for Pisces. Here we go. Team Pisces, what's up? You too, Gypsy Bones. You too. That's funny, Jasmine. That's funny. I like that word, right? Because I don't know. I just always like that word. Catnip for a Gemini, because it's like, Geminis are very cat-like, aren't we? Don't y'all think? I don't know. Just me. Right? Maybe I'm wrong. I guess we all can be, right? I like feline energy, though. Here we go. Here we go, Team Pisces. Let's get the backstory on your person. Let's get the backstory on your person. Team Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get the backstory so we can figure out what this person's role is really in your life. Let's take a look. Here we go. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, beautiful, spicy, feisty Pisces. The sharks of the zodiac. I love me some Pisces energy. You guys are so sweet. Not a pushover, but sweet. Loving. Ooh, the Sun card. Temperance in the reverse. How's that? Four of Wands in reverse. Good God. Pisces, for some of you, you may have moved in with this person or talked about it or married this person or talked about it or definitely thought this was your person. Ooh. You know, initially, you may have been very happy. Initially, you may have really thought this was the thing. Really thought, man, like all my dreams come true. Exactly everything I ever wanted. And then something here made you lose hope. Four of Wands in reverse. Some instability with your person. Imbalance. Maybe unpredictability. Did they have two sides to them, Pisces? A nice side and a you don't want to meet them side? For some of you, this created chaos within the home. If you lived with or were married to this person, all right? This instability that I'm picking up. I almost feel like, God, Pisces, did this person love bomb you in the beginning? Ah, that's okay. You got loved bombed. No wonder this started out so damn rosy good. They laid it on thick, didn't they? And then you saw the other side. But you know, I feel like for some of you Pisces, without even thinking about it, I think you let your guard down. You may have moved in with this person quick. Okay. You definitely moved forward in this connection fast. Okay. Faster than I think you've had to learn. One of the things you've had to learn from this thing, Pisces, is that it takes a longer time to get to know a person than I thought. I think you've had to learn, allow a person time to show you who they are rather than just seeing the first impression, the mask, right? The love bombing and automatically assuming they're always going to be that way. Because I think as soon as they had you, Pisces, I think they started pulling back in a manipulative way. And I think you saw that. Yeah, I think you were dealing with a Jekyll and Hyde is what I think you were dealing with. I think you were dealing with a Jekyll and Hyde. And I honestly think that this is probably a very painful lesson for you, Pisces. I'm going to say that. This is going to be one of the tougher readings that I do from a level of disappointment and pain. So you were dealing with somebody with very, very, I hate the word narcissist. It's a good word, but the problem is in the tarot community, everybody's ex is a narcissist. Now, we can all act narcissistic at times, okay? But I do feel like for you, this person really came in hot and heavy on the love bombing and then got you hooked, and then you saw the other side of this person. But it was too late because you were emotionally hooked. You were hooked to this love that you were getting, right? They do that on purpose, right? They do that to get you hooked, right? And then once they get you hooked, they pull back as a manipulative tool. All right. They pull back as a form of manipulation. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, definitely. God, you know what I get is this, Pisces, when they would pull back, it would hurt so bad. And then they would, you know, maybe you would start to almost fly the coop and they would lay it on thick again. And then you feel good again. You'd feel good again. God, I got my drug again. That's how that's how it feels when you're dealing with one. Okay. Because it's like when they first see, they get you hooked. It's very, very addictive energy. Okay. They get you hooked to this love bombing. All right. and you feel so damn good. God, it's a euphoria. Nobody's ever loved me like this before. Okay, probably true, not in that way. And then when they pull back, the pain, right? And then they come back and it's, oh my God, finally, I get their love again, right? Oh, things are good now. Yes, things are good. And it feels like euphoria again, right? And it almost feels like when they pull back, there's pain. Okay. There's pain. It's a form of withdrawing. Okay. But I think at that point you were already in emotionally. You were already invested. And it's like then you felt like you couldn't get out of it, even though, and maybe you didn't realize at first what you were even into. Yeah, there you are. I think this person was very in and out. As I'm not saying they may have been in and out, but I'm talking about their level of the way that they treated you. I think there were times they just absolutely showered you. Other times they didn't know your name, kind of thing. Ignored you, pouted, treated you like shit, criticized, ugly, all of that sort of thing. Just literally Jekyll and Hyde. Literally Jekyll and Hyde. I'm getting that. Oh God. Big trauma bond here. Big trauma bond. Okay. With a douche, King of Swords in reverse. Somebody very stubborn, obstinate. Okay. And again, here they are back again. Pisces, one of the takeaways that I think the purpose of this connection, and this is a hard, this, if you have not already started doing shadow work and healing, will be tough to heal from, but you're absolutely going to have to do it. Okay. Or you should, because it's going to affect you going forward, because you'll continue to attract this in different people. And I don't want you, because vibrationally, you'll be aligned to keep attracting that, right? Until you actually stop and heal those things. But what I feel like is this, the first takeaway that I get from this thing, the first lesson: don't allow yourself to become emotionally invested too fast. This is very hard for Pisces to have those boundaries. Pisces in general struggle, and 12th house stelliums, right? Struggle with boundaries, okay? In general, that's a hard lesson for Pisces. And to have the protectiveness around your heart, okay? I'm not saying to be closed off and push people away, but I'm saying to guard your heart and give a person time to show you exactly who they are. Okay. They say, and I don't know, I'm not an expert, but they say it takes a minimum of 3 months, sometimes up to a year, when you're dealing with someone like this, for the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing to flip and for you to see the other side. Okay. Pisces, one of the things that you guys struggle with, you're ruled by the planet Neptune, which can be the planet, of illusions, rose-colored glasses. And the thing I love about Pisces, the thing that touches my heart about Pisces energy, okay, is that you want to see the very best in people. And that's admirable. And that's absolutely just a beautiful thing about Pisces, okay? But at the same time, you guys, one of the things you have to learn is not seeing who you want to see, but seeing who is, right? And seeing the difference. And sometimes that requires you not necessarily going by what you see, smell, hear, touch, and taste, and going by your gut, okay? I will be honest with you. A lot of times when you are around people, you may see everything that you see, hear, everything that you observe in any way may be positive, but if you've got a bad emotional feeling around that person, or a bad feeling, there's a reason for that. Don't ignore that, okay? What Neptune tries to teach us many times, Pisces, and I say us because I'm a Pisces, midheaven, and 12th house stellium, so I've had these struggles that I'm describing right here, okay? And, it's to rely on your intuition and not what you see, hear, smell, taste, and touch, right? If that makes sense, right? So that's, I feel like, one of the biggest lessons here for those of you. And the real purpose of this person in your life, unfortunately, was to get you to have more of a realist viewpoint and not a rose-colored glasses. illusionary type vision towards people, right? If that makes sense, right? So I hope that helps Pisces gang. And in the meantime, thank you guys so, so much for being here and for hanging with the cottage today. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys. Don't forget to drop a like. Hit me up for a personal reading if you want to know specifics about your situation. We are running a flash sale, and I would love and welcome the opportunity to read for you guys. I love you guys to the moon and back, and I will see you later. I'm headed now to go watch the Tide hopefully roll against the Georgia Bulldogs, but I'm not going to talk shit because we're going against a good team. Georgia is something else. I love you guys to the moon and back. Bye, y'all. Take care.